Hey, what's up, everybody? This is James, aka jmooreonkeys, back with a simple tutorial for you guys. Today, I'm covering "Blessed Assurance" in the key of D flat. I got this as a request from somebody in the comments, and I've also been getting a lot of requests to do um, D flat, preacher chords, churchy stuff, a whole bunch. So I'm going to include this in there with the hymns. So we'll do this in D flat today. So let's jump right in and go to the scale. D flat is the 1, E flat is the 2, F is the 3, G flat is the 4, A flat is the 5, B flat is the 6, C is the 7, and D flat is the 1. All right, so let's jump right in. The first thing that I'm going to do when I play this is do the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So that's just, or you could play down here. Either way. So that is a classic gospel move. Let's break that down. So we're going to start on the 3. So I'm playing, in my left hand, I'm doing F. You could just play the single notes, or you could just do F and D flat in your left hand. And my right hand is going to play A flat, D flat, and F. Then I move up to the 4. That's G flat and D flat in my left hand. And my right hand is playing B flat, D flat, and G flat. So, and then for the next one, the only thing that changes is the bottom note, and my left hand moves up to A flat. You could keep that D flat or just take it off right there, either way. And my right hand goes back to this D flat major chord. So, or, and then I do, well, over the 6, that's B flat. And I usually just keep B flats in there when I have to play the bass. And my right hand is going to play G, B, and E. So, and then on the 7, I have C in the bass, and my right hand is playing G flat, B flat, and E flat. And that takes me to the 1. D flat and A flat in my left hand, and my right hand is playing F, A flat, and D flat. So all together. If I have a bass player though, I'll probably play it like this. So the right hand stays the same. The only thing that changes is on that first chord. I'm just playing a D flat major chord, F, A flat, excuse me, F, A flat, and D flat over that first chord. Then when I move to the second one, I change to a G flat major chord, G flat, B flat, and D flat. And then for the 5, back to that same chord for the 3. So 3, 4, 5. And then for the 6, I kind of do like, I'm kind of going to play tritone so that it acts like a 2-5-1. So it'll sound like, it kind of moves like that, even though the bass is going to be. So it sounds like. So over that 6, I'm playing G and D flat over that chord. Over the 7, I'm doing this tritone, G flat and C over this chord. And then back to the 1. I don't know if that's technically the most right way to play it, but I got the melody in there and it gets the job done. So that's your 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And then that brings us into the song. So then we're going to land on that 3. So it goes, Blessed Assurance. So that 3 is F, D flat, and E flat. And my right hand is going to play A flat, D flat, E flat, and A flat. Then we're moving to the 4. G flat, D flat, and G flat in the left hand. And the right hand is going to play B flat, D flat, and G flat. and the melody. So the melody moves. So while I'm holding that chord, I'm going to hit the A flat and the B flat, and then back to the 3. Same chord. And then I do this kind of resolving move to the 1, E flat minor, so E flat and D flat in the left hand, and the right hand is going to be G flat, B flat, D flat, and G flat again, and then to the 1. And that's D flat, A flat, and D flat in the left hand, and F, A flat, D flat, and F in the right hand. So altogether that's all we got so far. All right, so next we're going to move to the 3. So that's this chord right here. That's F and E flat in the left hand, and A, D flat, E flat, and A flat in the right hand. And I'm moving that melody A flat, F, A flat, all while I'm holding that chord. And that brings me to the 6, B flat minor chord. So I got in my left hand B flat, F, and A flat, and my right hand's playing D flat, F, and B flat. And then I walk that up with this diminished chord. That's C and A in the left hand, and C, E flat, G flat, A, and C in my right hand. And then another B flat minor. This time I have D flat, F, and B flat in my left hand, and my right hand has D flat, F, B flat, and D flat. It's the same chord as here, it's just inverted. So, and that takes me to the 2. So here, I like to do an E flat and D flat in the left hand, and I'm doing a D flat, F, A flat, and C, and then I resolve that down to, you can move that A flat down to G, and that C down to B flat. And then that takes me to the 5. So that's an A flat chord, A flat, E flat, and A flat. And that's over a C, E flat, and A flat in my right hand. And then I do this move. So that's while I'm holding A flats on the outside. My left hand is playing a G flat, while my right hand has an E flat. So I'll take it one hand at a time. My right hand is playing G flat, F, E flat, and my right hand is playing E flat, C, E flat, D flat, C. So let's go over what we have all together. All right, and that'll take me right back to the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 3. We just did this part. So from here, we're gonna go to the 6 with this B flat major chord. So that's B flat in my left hand, and my right hand is playing F, B flat, and D. And then I'm moving to this diminished chord. I'm gonna have a G flat in the bass, and then I'm gonna have in my right hand G flat, A flat, C, and E flat. Then to this diminished chord, my left hand moves down to the 3, so F on my left hand, and my right hand plays A flat, B, D, and F. and then takes me to the 2, E flat and D flat in the left hand, and then G flat, B flat, D flat, and G flat in the right hand. And then I do this chord right here. That's like a flat 5. So G flat and D in my left hand. In my left hand. And F, B flat, and E flat in my right hand. So, and then 5, A flat, E flat, and A flat in my left hand. And in my right hand, I'm gonna play D flat, F, A flat, and D flat. So then my left hand changes to A flat and G flat, and my right hand goes down to this A flat major chord, E flat, A flat, and C. So, and then back to the 1. And then after that, I do this kind of move before I do the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So that's E, F, A flat, B flat, and D flat. All right. So that is pretty much all the songs. So let me go through it. Let me show you guys that too. So the second time, after I come into that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, I'll do this move here. Another classic move. So my left hand is playing G, G flat, F. And my right hand is playing over the G, D flat, F, and B flat. Then I move that down a half step. G flat in the bass. And then I have C, E, and A in my right hand. And then I move that down a half step again to F, B, E flat, and A flat. And that takes me to the 4. That's the same thing I just showed you. I just sometimes do F, E flat, just to give me something to pass into. Sometimes I'll do the diminished kind of thing. And that's just F in my left hand, and then G flat, A flat, C, F. And I roll into that F in the bass. I move down to that E flat. And the chorus is pretty much the same thing. This is my song, praising my Savior. Oh, so after praising my Savior all the day long, sometimes I like to do a different walk up, and there's actually 2 options you could do for this. So you could do take it back to the 1, or you could do and take it to the 6. So I'll show you both ways. So if I'm going to the 1 again, excuse me. If I'm going to the 1 again, I'll start with A flats in both hand, an octave apart. And then I'll move to this diminished. G and B flat in my left hand. My right hand is going to play D flat, E, G, and B flat. Another diminished chord, G flat, A flat, and C. And then E flat, G flat, A, and C. And then I move to this B flat minor chord. So that's B flat, F, and A flat in my left hand. My right hand is playing D flat, F, B flat, and D flat. And then pretty much just 6, 7, 1 from there. C, A flat, and B flat in the left hand, and E flat, A flat, B flat, and E flat in the right hand. Back to that one chord. So and that takes me back to the 3. Or you could do, oh, that's the same, and this time do, so this is kind of like when we did that 6 minor chord and walked it up, just in reverse. So now we're starting with the, this chord with the D flat, F, B flat, and then D flat, F, B flat, D flat. I just showed you this one before, so I'm not taking my time as much. And then this diminished chord, C, A, right hand is playing E flat, G flat, A, C, E flat. And then to that 6 chord, B flat, F, A flat, D flat, F, B flat, D flat. It's a lot of flats. And then I could go back to the 3, or I could do, for that 3, I could do this chord, usually going to the 6, but it works here too. F and E flat over A flat, D flat, E flat, and A flat. Or I could do, that's a G and F in the left hand, and the right hand is playing B, E flat, and A flat. So just play around with that, see what your ear likes and doesn't like. And we know all this part already. All right, so that's all of Blessed Assurance. Really try to get those hymns in, especially in every key, because people will just get up and start singing hymns, and you got to follow it. So make sure you practice those hymns. I'm going to try to do more hymn tutorials. Keep coming with the requests. I'm trying to get to as many as I can. And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, all that. And happy practicing. See you guys in the next video.